Hey everyone. So, along with the MCU rewatch that my girlfriend and I are doing, we're also going to be making our way through all of the Saw films, trying to lead up to obviously Halloween in October. And Saw is one of my girlfriend's favorite franchises. I've only seen the first three movies and I've only seen them one time each. So, we're deciding that now's the perfect time that we're going to get through them. So, this is going to be a review for Saw 1. And right off the bat, this film is pretty interesting. It's pretty enjoyable. And I really do think that, at least in the first three Saw movies I've seen, this is easily the best one. And it just comes down to the fact that it's so solid and it's so simple. Now, James Wan really created a movie here that feels super low budget, but intentionally low budget because, like, they really wanted it to feel gritty, they wanted it to feel dark and very amateurish. And I think that helps the story a lot because I think this film is very, like, gruesome in the fact that it feels very realistic. I think the entire mystery of trying to find out who is committing these people to doing these heinous acts and putting them in these bizarre scenarios and traps, I think that's pretty interesting overall. And the cop characters, Danny Glover and his partner, they do a good job of kind of bringing some emergency to the movie because a lot of the film takes place in just the single bathroom. So it's nice to break it up by having characters outside of this little setting that we actually care about and we enjoy watching. And even though obviously it doesn't go well for them because they both die, I think that they were enjoyable characters to attach to while we were trying to figure out the mystery of why these people were stuck in the bathroom. Speaking of these two characters stuck in the bathroom, the main premise of this movie is that Jigsaw, wants to hold these people accountable for their actions and make them appreciate life more. But one thing that I don't really get is that Adam in the movie, all he does is take pictures of people who are cheating on their spouses. And that's like an invasion of privacy, I guess. But that's not really a bad thing to do. It's kind of a noble thing to do because you're exposing cheaters. Cheaters are disgusting and they're horrible people. And so I don't feel like Adam really deserves to be in this bathroom. Now, Dr. Gordon, I believe his name is Dr. Gordon, he definitely deserves to be in the bathroom. He doesn't care about his wife and he lies to his daughter and he has an affair. I think that he definitely deserves to be there. But I didn't really see why Adam deserved to be there. So that's kind of a flaw for me in the film, is that if the main premise is that he's trying to teach these people a lesson, I get it. Like Adam's not a good guy. Like he smokes cigarettes and stuff like that. But is that really a reason that you have to put him in this death trap, basically? And also another thing is that like they actually killed Adam at the end, but they didn't. But Gordon didn't die. So I feel like Gordon is the one that should have died, even though he did learn a lesson by the end. I still think that the fundamental premise of the two of them being in there isn't fully set for me. Now, besides that, I think this film, just the two of them in that dirty, gross, disgusting room, I think it creates a very unnerving setting. The lights are very, very blue and very weird. The setting is just uneasy, and I really think that makes for a compelling film. And while this film isn't short by any means, I don't think it overstays its welcome. I think it's long enough to where it's not tedious, but we still get to see these characters fleshed out, and the movie moves at a pretty nice pace. Overall, with the twist ending of Kramer being in the room and recording it the entire time, and with Zepp being there and him also having an ultimatum on himself for why he's actually doing the things that he's doing, I thought it just all comes together in a nice film. It's not amazing by any means, it's not my favorite horror movie ever, but especially compared to a lot of other horror movies I've seen, I think this one's pretty solid. It's definitely a classic for a reason. I can see why it spawned a bunch of sequels because you can do unlimited things with putting people in death traps and making them admit things about themselves that they didn't want to admit. I think that's cool, but I know that this franchise kind of goes off the rails later, but I'm still excited to see because, like I said, I have only seen the first three films, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, I give Saw 1 a 3.5 stars. I think it's solid. I don't think it's great, but I think it's good. I think it's an enjoyable movie, and I'm excited to watch the other ones. So with that being said, that is my review for Saw, and stay tuned for the next reviews coming up soon, as well as more MCU reviews. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.